Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Glad to have you back. Glad to have you back. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Ah, man, I hope everybody got some good night's sleep, got some good rest. It is 3:27 a.m. The Sabbath. Ah, man. Well, man, I hope everybody had a good week, man. I had a real busy week, had a lot going on, man. I'd like to appreciate everybody's support, everybody that's been checking in with us, everybody that's hitting the website. Man, thank you so much. You are appreciated, whether you know it or not. You are very, very, very appreciated. Yeah, man. Everybody that's trying to get the onyxes, you can still get the onyxes. Anybody that's trying to get the NKOSI prods, you can get the prods. Hey, man. We got apparel, we got clothes, and we coming out with new stuff every day. Every day. Every day. Hey. You like coffee, you like tea? Hey, get you one of them NKOSI third eye open mugs. Hey, go on and get you one, man. You need to cover your head? Go on and get you one of them NKOSI hats. Huh? We got the winter caps too. Huh? We coming with it, man. We is not playing. We not here. This is not a game. We take this serious. But with that being said, hey, if you're new here and you've never been here, hey, like, share, subscribe. Come on, man, join the family. Hit the notification bell, stay in contact with us so you can know when we always dropping something hot. And believe me, we always dropping something hot. Third eye open. Our job is to help you open your third eye. Whether you be a Christian, whether you be a Muslim, whether you be a Hebrew Israelite, whether you whatever religion you believe in, guess what? We can help you open your third eye. Hey, and it's one thing to talk about it, but we can prove it. And it doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter what religious literature you read. Listen, God is king, or the creator is king of all people. Don't let nobody fool you. He's king of all people. He's the creator of all things. Nothing would be here if he didn't want it to be here. You see? So therefore, check it out. Our job is to help you open up your third eye. That's all we're here to do. Hey, and here's a message for those, because sometimes I might not say the right words. So I want you to hear. Listen, read that message. Never give up. Never give up. Life can be hard. Excuse me. Life can be hard. Life can be rough. And life will throw you some curveballs, man. And sometimes you'll just want to throw your hands up and say, hey, I'm done with this. All I'm telling you is to never give up. Because if you never give up, the creator of the universe, whatever name you choose to call him, he will meet you right where you're at. Hey, and your life will begin to change. Hey, here's another message called Manifest the Life That You Want. Hey, man. I'm big on pushing, manifesting the life that you want, because you're looking at a person who actually did it. Man, I came from the very bottom. No father, no mother, raised by my grandmother. From the projects, poor as hell. a little rogue, a straight up reject. Come from a dysfunctional family. We was called bastard children. No father was present. But guess what? None of that kept me from achieving my dreams and my goals, because I never gave up and I manifested the life that I want. You're looking at a person that actually did it. And the only way that can happen, that third eye has to come open. I'm here to help you do it. Hey, man. With that being said, we got a lot to talk about today. I got a lady. And if you on my channel, then you know we keep everything anonymous here. We keep everything anonymous here. We don't give out people names. We don't even show people pages. We don't let comments go on our page. We don't do that. But this is what we will do. I won't give her name, but she said she's got a question for me. Well, it's more like a statement, but I'll read it. She says, it seems like you are going hard for the King James Bible. Miss Lady, I beg to differ. I think you probably seen one video that I did instead of watching everything in its entirety. See, we respond to people, and most of our teachings will come from something that they want to know about, okay? Or something might fall in line with what the creator of the universe led me to speak, or the way my ancestors led me to speak. It'll fall in line. But to answer your question, people were saying a while back about King James being, y'all know, I don't feel like having to edit this out, so I'm going to do it like this. They were saying he was like this. They were saying he was a murderer. They were saying he was wicked. They were saying all of this stuff. And what they're doing is, the people that are saying these things, I'm kind of ashamed of them, because these are supposed to be people that's intelligent. Now let me explain something to you. There's something called, and I want to find it right quick, it's called the King's language. Now you can go on www.bing.com. I'm going to put it on the screen for you. Go to www.bing.com and pull up the King's language. The King's language means the King's English. The King's language is a West Germanic language and developed out of the North Sea Germanic dialects from the 5th century. It came to be spoken over most of the territory of the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms, which became the Kingdom of England. Let me repeat it. The King's English is a West Germanic language developed out of the North Sea Germanic dialects. Dialects is things that they speak, how they talk, from the 5th century. It came to be spoken over most of the territory. It came to be spoken over most of the territory of the Anglo-Saxons. Anglo-Saxons are Caucasians or Europeans. How do I got to really break that down? It came to be spoken over most of the territory of the Anglo-Saxon kingdom, which became the Kingdom of England. Now, with that being said, everybody that's a Caucasian or an Anglo-Saxon spoke what they call the King's language or the King's English. Well, let's talk about King James, because he had to speak the King's English too. He was the king. All right. Now everybody was talking about his version of the Bible. Listen, man. Do you not understand that the Bible was not written by King James? It wasn't written by him. I want to ask the question to Miss Lady who sent the question to me, and to any listeners. I'm going to put this to bed once and for all. Do any of you know what a template is? A template or a template? Anybody, do you know what a template is? A template or a template? It's spelled T-E-M-P-L-A-T-E, template. Listen, it's a noun, a shaped piece of metal, wood, card, plastic, or other material used as a pattern for processes such as painting, cutting out, shaping, or drilling. Well, we're not talking about those type of templates. That means if I wanted you to make this, I would make it first, and then I would leave behind a pattern or a copy for you to copy it. No. So the King James Bible is not written by him. It's a template. Listen, this is the definition of template. The words that's similar to a template. It's a cast, it's a die, it's a form, okay? So form, we can use form. Form, things can be written in a form. Matrix, a shape or a container. Here's a definition. I'll put it on the screen. Something that serves as a model for others to copy. A template is something, a template or a template is something that serves as a model for others to copy. Something that serves as a model for others to copy. King James did not write his version of the Bible. All he did was follow a template. Listen. Something that serves as a model for others to copy. The plant was to serve as a template for change throughout the company. Similar to model, pattern, blueprint. There goes the word right there. Prototype, blueprint, prototype, blueprint. Blueprint. What is a blueprint? Y'all know what a blueprint is. Blueprints is how architects build a structure. Yeah. Right. Prototype. Prototype is, hey, here's a prototype of this. And guess what? Somebody, all they got to do is look at it, take a look at the prototype, and then they make their own copies. Keep in mind, the people that spoke the king language, right, was all Anglo-Saxons. And if you know the history of the Anglo-Saxons or the Europeans or the Caucasians, these people were cave dwellers. They wasn't that intelligent. So let's put that to bed now. King James didn't write anything. He followed a template and he spoke the king's language. He put it out for his people to understand the book. Now, where did they get the understanding of anything having to do with the book or the Bible or the scriptures? Huh? Yeah, let's find out real quick. Let's find out real quick. I be so ashamed sometimes, man, when I hear my people, and these people will brag and they'll say, man, they got this kind of education, they got that education, but they seem so elementary in their learning. I don't care what type of degree or what kind of license they gave you. You know how many people got licensed to do something? It's people who got licensed who don't even know how to drive. So pay attention and listen. And don't get upset. And just because you're older than me, listen. Don't be upset. You know what happened back in the days? When you read the scriptures, you understand the scriptures? The older generation was bullheaded. They were stubborn. They didn't want to listen. So guess what? Because they didn't want to listen, they caused others that would follow them, they caused them to fall with them. They call blind leaders of the blind. Guess what? I don't have to fight you. I'm not going to fight you. You're going to kill yourself, man. You're going to kill yourself. Because God is here now. And when God is here, it's best you just fall back. Just fall back. But if you don't want to fall back, guess what? Like the story said, the older generation died and the younger generation went into where they needed to be. God is here now. Pay attention. Listen. This is for my listeners and Miss who sent me the question. This is direct. This is for you too. You can, I done answered your question, but I'm going to take you in depth. This is what we do over here at Third Eye Open. Listen, we're not trying to make you be, if you wanted to subscribe to this channel, help yourself. We're not here to get no members. We're not here to get no tithes and no offerings. We ain't getting none. We don't want none of it. If you choose to sow and give us something, we will accept it because we're going to use it to put it right back into what we're doing right now. Okay? We have real jobs. We don't sit on YouTube all day. We work. But with that being said, I want to take you here. Do any of you familiar with the Rosetta Stone? Is anybody familiar with the Rosetta Stone? I'm sorry, y'all, it's early. 40 minutes after the hour, 3:40 a.m., Saturday morning, the Sabbath. And happy Sabbath to all. Happy Sabbath to the gods of the earth. Peace to the gods in the earth. Peace to the Moorish Science Temple. Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath to the N.O.I. Happy Sabbath to my Hebrew Israelites. Happy Sabbath to my Christian brothers. Happy Sabbath to my brothers that follow the Dharma, the teachings of Buddha. Happy Sabbath to anybody that follow any religion. Happy Sabbath to you. The day of rest. All right, let's get our rest and let's get an understanding this morning. Well, here's a reading on the Rosetta Stone. And you can find this on google.com. It says, the Rosetta Stone is an ancient Egyptian artifact. Egypt. See, this is what I'm telling you. When the Creator is involved, you don't have to put anything together. It'll all fall in line. The lady said, it seems like I was going hard for the King James. And I explained that the King James didn't even write his. His was a template. Everybody spoke the king's language. So everybody would have had to speak. He was the king. So he made it fit for his people, the king's language. They had to read what he wanted them to read. But it was the king's language. He didn't write anything. A template was already written. Those people, those Anglo-Saxons, those Caucasians, they came out of caves. Those people were not intelligent. And we're going to prove it right here. This is the Rosetta Stone. Listen. Get this off of Google.com. The Rosetta Stone is an ancient Egyptian artifact. Always back to ancient Kemet, Egypt. Artifact. Discovered in 1799. None of y'all was born at that time. None of us was. 1799. That features the same decree written in 3 different scripts. Okay, so they found a piece of a stone from ancient Egypt that had 3 different types of writing on it. First was hieroglyphic, demotic, and ancient Greek. Now, the Greeks was the last one on this artifact. It was Egyptian, and then the Greeks. Oh man, now listen. It says, because the Greek text could be read, see, they couldn't read the hieroglyphics or the Demotic script that was written up there. They could only read the Greek. Listen. Because the Greek text could be read, scholars were able to use it as a key to decipher the other 2 previously, listen to the words they used, unintelligible scripts, and unlock the secrets of ancient Egyptian civilization. First of all, let's correct them right now. This is off of Google.com. They're saying that the hieroglyphics and the Demotic script, which was the way that the Egyptians wrote, right? They said it was unintelligible, which means unintelligent. They couldn't read it. It was unlegible. Legible, they couldn't read it. They couldn't understand it. First of all, how can you call anything unintelligible when the people that's at the top, the hieroglyphics, and the people in the middle of the Demotic, they taught y'all, who the Greeks, and that's why you were at the bottom, because you were the youngest civilization to come after that. Now, I'm gonna read it one more time. This is the Rosetta Stone in ancient Egypt. Is an artifact discovered in 1799 that features the same decree written in 3 different scripts: hieroglyphic, Demotic, and ancient Greek. Because the Greek text could be read, scholars were able to use it as a key to decipher the other previously unintelligible scripts and unlock the secrets of ancient Egyptian civilization. So the Greeks were able to read what was written on the Rosetta Stone and was able to decipher. Now here's a picture. Look, I'll put it on the screen for you. It's just a drawing. You see the hieroglyphics at the top, right? You see the Demotic in the middle, and you see the Greek at the bottom. The top, the very, very top, is the hieroglyphics. In the middle was the Demotic, which is what regular layman Egyptians spoke. Now, let me show you what stood out to me. Why would they say that they had to use the Greek? They had to use the Greek reading to unlock the hieroglyphics, which was unintelligible or unlegible. when the people who wrote the hieroglyphics are the people who taught the Greeks. Man, we're going to get to that too in a minute. So this is what I want to do. Remember, I was talking about the template. It was something already written. King James didn't write no Bible. All he did was follow a template. And everybody spoke the king's language. That's why you have his version. He was the king. All Anglo-Saxons spoke it. I just read that to you. These people was cave dwellers. They wasn't intelligent people. They was taught by the Egyptians who wrote the hieroglyphics and the Demotic, who taught these people, who unlocked these writings for them. So, I pulled up something on discoveringegypt.com. You can pull it up too, it's on the screen. Discoveringegypt.com. Listen what it says. Without the Rosetta Stone, we would know nothing of ancient Egyptians. So, how could these people write anything that they did not know anything about? I'll repeat it again. Without the Rosetta Stone, we would know nothing of the ancient Egyptians. You can find this on discoveringegypt.com. So these people can't write something that they had no knowledge of. They had to be taught first. The people that they're trying to unlock something about had to teach them first. King James only followed the template. We're done with that. Listen, beginning with the conquest of Alexander the Great, all right, who they call Alexander the Greek, 332 BC, Greek was the language, listen, of the governing elite in Egypt. These Greek rulers could neither speak the language of the people nor read hieroglyphics. Please pay attention. God is good. The Creator is good, man. Listen to this. These people who they trying to tell you King James retranslated, they couldn't even read. They didn't know. They didn't write anything. You think those people were smart enough to write that? All they did was follow a template and change a couple things. These people wasn't intelligent at all. Listen, beginning with the conquest of Alexander the Greek, in 332 BC, Greek was the language of the governing elite in Egypt. These Greek rulers could neither speak the language of the people nor read hieroglyphics. They couldn't speak the language and they couldn't read it. And this fueled, listen, this fueled resentment. They were angry because they couldn't read it. They was angry because they didn't even know what these black people was writing on the wall. They was angry. They was mad. Listen, they had to come up with their own language. They had to find out something. Listen to me. All these people that got these degrees and so smart and these doctors, they can't even break this down like I'm doing. They can't do that. Listen to this. I'll be believing these dudes be sending their members over here to ask me questions to try to catch me in something. Man, you listen to this. It's war now. Since you want to go there, see, bro, I try to show you respect and show love. Now it's getting to the point where I might have to call your name out pretty soon. And you want to take it there, we can take it there. I think I'm going to win. It ain't a thing. I know I'm going to win because I know the Most High with me. Let me explain something to you. When the Most High choose you, listen, everybody that got something to say wrong about me, listen, when I was a Hebrew, these same folks was fighting against me. That's how I know these people is the demons. When I was a Christian, these same folks was fighting against me. Didn't matter what I was saying. I'm telling you, I got a memory like an elephant. Oh, boy, I got to be somebody because I ain't going to forget none of it. You better ask for forgiveness. That's what you better do. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. These Greek rulers could neither speak the language of the people nor read hieroglyphics, and this fueled resentment, meaning anger and bitterness and strife amongst the population. By Ptolemy the fifth reign in 205 BC, the country was in open revolt. Listen, and the Rosetta Stone was one of many that Ptolemy commissioned as a piece of political propaganda in 196 BC to openly assert his claim to be the rightful pharaoh of Egypt. These are white people now. Listen, without the Rosetta Stone, we would know nothing of the ancient Egyptians because they didn't know nothing about the writings of the ancient Egyptians in the first place. So when you read these stories in the Bible and for some reason they can't get away from Egypt, it's because King James followed the template. And all they did was change certain things. Now, if you're going to be upset, you're going to be upset. But if you want to listen and you want to learn, listen to me. They talk about an Ark of the Covenant in the Bible. They had an Ark over there in Egypt. It's over there. It's there. They don't put them in museums. You can go see it right now. They talk about a Holies of Holies in one of the temples. Hey, you know how many temples are in Egypt? And they have a Holies of Holies? It's there. Now, this thing is so deep. It's so deep. It's so deep. All the stories and all the places, the promised land was Egypt. They got you looking for something else. J.A. Rogers, who was an intelligent writer, go look up his book, 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro with Complete Proof. Look it up. This man came way before I got here. He's saying the same thing. These people were angry. Now, let's get back to it. Without the Rosetta Stone, we would know nothing of ancient Egyptians and the detail of their 3,000 years of history. That's 3,000 years of history before they got to this. Listen. Would remain a mystery. It's still a mystery to some because they don't know. It was discovered by a French captain named Pierre Bouchard in AD 1799 during the Napoleonic Wars. Napoleon Bonaparte. Listen, Captain Bouchard was supervising the restoration of an old fort near the town of Rosetta when he found a block of basalt 3 basalt, 3 feet 9 inches, 114 centimeters high, and 2 feet and 4.5 inches, 72 centimeters wide, inscribed with 3 different writing systems. Now, the Rosetta Stone is written in 2 languages, Egyptian, Greek, and 3 writing systems, hieroglyphic, demotic, and Greek, like I explained to you. The first at the very top is hieroglyphics. The one in the middle is called demotic. That's Egyptian too. And then the one at the very bottom, who was the youngest nation to come along, was the Greeks. Now, Greeks, if you don't understand, was Grecians. Grecians were white people. And if you're good into reading about Alexander and his kingdom, the Greek Empire, they took off for a little while. Then what happened after them? You go through and you read history, you'll find out the Romans ended up conquering the Greeks. So the Romans were white people too. And the Greeks and the Romans became the same people. Whatever the Greeks learned from the Egyptians, the Romans took it from them. Remember, they all was Caucasian that spoke the king's language. These people did not write anything. They followed a template because they didn't understand the hieroglyphics and barely understood the demotic. Now, listen to this. Captain Bouchard recognized its importance to the scholars who had accompanied the French army to Egypt. The Rosetta Stone is likely the most important. Listen, the Rosetta Stone is likely the most important archaeological artifact in the world today. And like I said to you, I can keep giving you references and keep showing you proof. If you're not going to listen, you're not going to listen. That's on you. But it won't be because I didn't tell you. Now, Psalms 104, they found that written in all hieroglyphics. Psalms 104. Do you not know there is 150 Psalms in that King James Bible? And I said in previous videos, if the Psalms 104 is written in hieroglyphics, that means that whole book of Psalms and probably the whole Bible is written in hieroglyphics. Now I'm taking away the word probably. It is written in hieroglyphics, the whole book. These people follow the template, especially King James. Now, listen, the Rosetta Stone is likely the most important archaeological artifact in the world today. After the French surrender of Egypt in 1801, it passed into British hands and is now in the British Museum. That's where you can find this Rosetta Stone. The content of the inscriptions is not what makes the stone important. The text is simply a decree listing benefits bestowed on Egypt by King Ptolemy V, but so that all the people could read and understand its contents, it was written in 2 languages. Egyptian and Greek. So the first 2 languages was hieroglyphics and demotic, and then Greek was at the bottom. So, everything came out of Egypt, like I said. Anyway, it was also written, listen, in 3 writing systems, hieroglyphic, demotic, and Greek alphabet, and this makes the Rosetta Stone such a vital discovery, since we have never lost our understanding of ancient Greek. Right. The Greek inscriptions provided a key to decoding their Egyptian equivalents. The last sentence of the Greek text says, written in sacred, listen, written in sacred and native and Greek characters. Scholars were quick to figure out that this meant that the same text was set down in 3 scripts. It was set down in hieroglyphics, it was set down in demotic, and it was set down in Greek. Now, the text was set down in 3 scripts, and that the sacred, listen, the sacred referred to the hieroglyphic system. That's why it was at the top. The sacred referred to the hieroglyphic system, while the native referred to the demotic script as the ordinary Egyptians. Listen, so the sacred was at the top, which was called the hieroglyphics. Now, here's a quick question. I need you to pay attention. I need you to listen. Do anybody here knows, just off the top of the head, do anybody knows what the word sacred means? Anybody? I'll wait. I'll give you a minute. The word sacred. The hieroglyphics was at the very top. Hieroglyphics is what's written by the Egyptians. The Demotic is in the middle. That was written by the Egyptians too. And the Greek was the last because they were the youngest civilization to come into this. Which proves they couldn't have wrote nothing. They could only copy something, which is called a template. Well, the definition for sacred, pay attention. Sacred means connected with God. I'll put it on the screen so you can see it. Sacred. Sacred means connected with God. Sacred means connected with God or the gods, plural, or dedicated to a religious purpose. Sacred means connected with the God or the gods, or dedicated to a religious purpose, and so deserving veneration. The hieroglyphics was considered the sacred writings. The sacred writings mean that they were connected with God or the gods, or dedicated to a religious purpose, and so deserving veneration. It's also similar to, the word sacred is similar to holy. Like the Holy Bible, right? Yeah, because see, they didn't write anything. They just copied the template. Hallowed, just like when you pray. These are the things that's similar to. I'm reading the definition. Hallowed. Hallowed be thy name. This is the stuff they put in the Bible. Let me show you something. Blessed. Blessed. Right. Consecrated. Right. Sanctified. These are the things that's written in your actual Bible. This is what sacred means. Listen, hold on. Religious rather than secular. Sacred means religious rather than secular. Hold on. Let's hear some more similar definitions to the word sacred. Sacred means similar, religious. Come on. Spiritual, devotional, churchy, ecclesiastical. Sacred is of writing, which is a hieroglyphic, or text, embodying the laws, listen, or doctrines of a religion. Let me repeat it again. Sacred, writing or text embodying the laws or doctrines of a religion. It was considered sacred. The hieroglyphics were considered sacred because that was the godly. That's why it was at the top. See, our ancestors didn't do anything crazy. They did things with meaning. They had an actual sacred way of talking. It was the hieroglyphics. Sounds and tones. Listen to that. And then if you was a regular layman person, they had a way for you to talk to. That was called the Demotic. Our people was intelligent. Well, where is God? God at the top of everything. So he's the king. See, they put it at the top. And the people that translated this stuff for you, they was at the very bottom. How could these people write anything? They couldn't. Oh man, it's a beautiful thing, man. I love this, man. I love this. But with that being said, let me check my time right here. We are at 33 minutes. Ooh, time was moving fast. We're at 4 a.m. We're at 4 o'clock a.m. Saturday morning. Happy Sabbath. We're at 33 minutes. And this is what I want to do. I want to give you what we call the exhaustive. I want to give you the exhaustive meaning of a word. And all the words I'm using are coming out of the Second College Edition, Webster's New World Dictionary of the American Language, special school printing. Now, if I'm going to reach people that speak English, guess what? I got to speak to people in the language they speak. This is the language they speak. This is the King's language, okay? And since we've lost our native tongue and we didn't understand the hieroglyphics or even the Demotic, this is where we speak now. This is how we speak now. And you should be smart enough to know that. Not try to make a bicker or beef out of this. This is simple stuff. So elementary, my dear boy. So anyway, with that being said, let's go through the word hieroglyphics. Look at this. Look at that. That is the definition for hieroglyphics. And listen, keep in mind, hieroglyphics is the sacred language dealing with God. So the hieroglyph, same as hieroglyphic, hieroglyphic, that is Latin, hieroglyphicus, that is Greek, and hieros equals sacred. And we already know the definition for sacred deals with God. So the hieroglyphics were godly. This is why we know the whole Bible is written in hieroglyphics. And if the Rosetta Stone didn't prove it to you, nothing will. Listen, this is the definition. Hieroglyphics is to carve. This is why it's carved into every temple that you go over to, every sarcophagus, every pyramid. It's carved in the walls over there. Hollow out. See the word glyph, of or having the nature of hieroglyphics. Hard to read or understand. These people did not understand it. You just heard that. How could they write anything? They just followed a template and changed something in it. That was it. Man, this is third eye is open this morning, man. Of or having the nature of hieroglyphics, hard to read or understand. Also hieroglyphical, a picture or symbol representing a word, a syllable, or a sound used by ancient Egyptians and others instead of alphabetic letters, usually a method of writing using hieroglyphics. Picture writing, a symbol, a sign, etc. Hard to understand. These people did not understand. We're talking about the people that came out of the caves now. These people came out of the caves. A symbol, a sign, etc. Hard to understand writing that's hard to decipher. Hierology equals hiero plus ology. The religious is hiero. The lore, which is the stories, the literatures and the writing that they heard. Literature of the Egyptian people, hierology, which comes from the word hieroglyph, hieroglyphics, or hieroglyphicus, which is Greek, or hieros, which means sacred, which belongs to God. Now, listen to me and pay attention, because I will not. Listen to me. Listen to me, please. I'm not coming back to that. So if you ask me again about that, I'm not going to. It's repetitive. If you watch my videos, I said it in a lot of my videos. King James and these people were Europeans and Caucasians, they were cavemen. That's their history. They didn't learn anything like that. They wasn't smart and intelligent like that. They came, their best scholars. Hold on. I want to show you something else. Their best scholars is documented that they came to, all right, it says, listen, this is on google.com. It says, students through dialogue and logic, Egyptians are often credited with influencing early Greek knowledge, especially in mathematics and philosophy. Egyptians are often credited with influencing early Greek knowledge when they first started learning, when they were babies. What else? Ancient Egypt, listen, ancient Egypt or ancient Kemet. Many early Greek philosophers, and this is off of google.com, many early Greek philosophers, including Thales and Pythagoras, where y'all get the Pythagorean theorem from, right, are believed to have traveled to Egypt. It ain't believed, they did travel to Egypt. So you got to correct them. To Egypt to learn from the Egyptian priesthood. So if they learned from the Egyptian priesthood, that means the priests would be in the temple. In the temple, they had the sacred writings. The sacred writings were hieroglyphics. Priesthood. Egyptians are said to have taught the Greeks fundamental. The word fundamental means basic, primary, elementary, my dear boy. They taught them the very things that they learned from the very beginning. Like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Elementary stuff. They taught them that, the fundamentals, the basics. Greek fundamental concepts in mathematics such as trigonometry and the Pythagorean theorem. They worked their way up to that. Boy, the creator of the universe is so powerful. See, when it's the truth, you ain't got to get angry. Man, we telling the truth, we telling the truth. Truth gonna win every time. Truth gonna win every time. And I don't care how many people you got following you. You might have all them people following you going to hell, man. You better get right. Stop trying to fight. Hey, I hope I said something to spark the intellectual seed inside of your brain to make your third eye come open. Hey, man, I hope I said something to make you want to go study, pick up all these books. Open up your Bible. Open up your King James Bible. Open up the book of Jasher. Open up the Apocrypha. Open up the book of Jubilees. Open up your Quran. Open up your 120s. Open up the Circle 7, Holy Quran. Open up these books. Read the Dharma. Any spiritual book you choose to read, open it up and read. Get wisdom, get knowledge. With all thy wisdom, get an understanding. Because understanding is the best part of living mathematics. Hey, man, until next time, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you.